by the rules, color outside of the lines, and I think I'm learning to. You had a spell over me, playing games with my heart, but you cheat. I used to keep your secrets, told myself that I believed them. You said I'd follow you down to the water, I'd dive right in and let you drag me under. When you say you need me, then I'll come running, but no more, no more. You said I'd follow you down to the water.
You started singing in the church at the age of 6. Now you are a 17-year-old pop sensation. How did you find your sound in pop music?
So actually, it should have been a lot harder than it was because I don't play any instruments or anything like that. So it was kind of hard for me to explain what I wanted to sound like. So I went through like 2 months of trying to look for producers, and then I found Lincoln, and he just nailed it on the head. I think part of the reason why he was able to understand like where I was coming from musically is because one of my big influences was Cage the Elephant, which he was a member of that band, so that helped a lot.
You're also an amazing writer. Actually, you, as a writer, you are named as a finalist in the International John Lennon Songwriting Contest. So as a songwriter, tell us a little bit about your creative process.
So usually I'm just going about my day and, I'll be thinking about stuff and a lyric will pop into my mind or just like a idea to go off of. So I'll go to a write and I'll have either a title in mind or a single lyric. And then I'll kind of explain what the lyric or the title means. And then the person who I'm writing with will help me kind of expand upon it and make it into a song.
So tell us a little bit more about your music. If I were to pop in a Peyton Gilliland CD, a song, what exactly would I hear? Would I hear love? Would I hear hate? What would I hear?
You would hear a lot of Cage the Elephant type vibes or, Amy Winehouse, kind of that throwback feel with a pop element to it as well. I like to think it's very organic. There's not a whole lot of, synthetic like sounds in it. It's all pretty much made in Lincoln Studio. So I think that's pretty unique about it.
You've also said that your music hits people where they live. Explain.
So to me, where people live or where I live usually is in my head. So for my music to hit people where they live, it just kind of sits in your brain and you really think about the lyrics and that type of thing.
Yeah, understood. Your motivation as a singer, as a songwriter, you mentioned your creative process, but that's a little bit different than your motivation, if you will. So what is your motivation?
Well, at the end of the day, the motivation is definitely to make a career out of it and be able to pay my bills with it. So, but other than that, I just really, really love music, and the team that I have, I just have some really great people in my corner, and it just makes it so fun. So it's 50-50, make a career, but also chasing my dreams. So.
Well, hats off to you and your team doing a fabulous job down there in Alabama. At this stage of your career as an indie artist, obviously there are some challenges. Tell us some of those challenges, at least one challenge that you face as an indie artist.
So the biggest challenge for me as far as my personal career and everything goes at this moment is my performance. I am a terrible performer. I like to just sit up there on stage and stand like a rock. So I'm working on that, trying to get better at that. I have my vocal coach is a Belmont professor, and he is really, really great at getting people to learn how to perform well. So he's really helping me. But at this moment, that's my biggest weakness.
Tell us what's next for Peyton Gilliland.
So right now, we're gonna just work on a few music videos, and as far as after that, it's kind of a big question mark. Probably get back in the studio and record a little bit more, but not 100% sure yet after those few videos.
Well, listen, those are enough things to keep you busy, especially with COVID kind of tightening the reins on what you have the ability to do. Much success to you down there in Alabama, and thank you for joining us on The Indie Artist.
Thank you so much for having me.